Hey, my Love is Blind fans. Yes, we are at the reunion, and yeah, we got to unpack what happened. First, it was delayed. Second, we had this whole back and forth between Marshall and Jackie. And then, of course, we got three of our couples and a beautiful update on their relationships. Welcome back to Romance Review TV. It's Lady T. Got another recap for you guys. Love is Blind Season 4, Episode 13, The Reunion. We're 1 year later, and without any further ado, let's unpack this reunion. So we've had many ups and downs this particular season, everything from a wardrobe malfunction. We had many gold stainless steel wine glasses, which I have been trying to find locally. And then a few of our couples this season have actually proved that love is, in fact, blind, as we had 3 out of 5 couples say I do. Of course, that's Tiffany and Brett, Chelsea, Kwame, Bliss, and Zach, which, I know it shocked a lot of people when it came to Chelsea and Kwame. But again, we had other folks going on this season when it came to Paul saying no to Micah at the altar, and Jackie, of course, dump Marshall for Josh. And that also had a very interesting conversation at this reunion, even though it wasn't face to face. And then two, again, like I said in the beginning, the reunion was extremely delayed, as I think they say Netflix, this was their second time trying to go live or live stream. I didn't even know that a streaming service could actually, I guess they could go live stream. I don't know, but it didn't happen. It was a day late. Anyway, the reunion made it to air on Monday. So, we're going to get ready to break down the most notable moments from this show reunion. And, of course, with our famous Nick and Vanessa Lachey. So let's first talk about Jackie and Josh not attending the reunion. I mean, even though they wasn't there, there was a dial-in chat with Vanessa in a previously recorded interview confirming that, yes, after a year, they are still together. Now, Jackie goes into this whole thing about her growing within the past year, claiming that she broke up with Marshall before her coffee date with Josh, saying that she is not a cheater. And I mean, she went on to just say, we just weren't meant to be. She also claimed that Marshall wanted the ring back because he wanted to propose to another castmate and made a derogatory comment about her. Now, on the flip side, Marshall, who was in studio, confirmed that he had, noting that he wanted to make a jab at Jackie after she called him sweet. Now, he told Jackie, look, you got a strong jawline. Maybe you could be a man for all I know. He did explain it was wrong. I know. He said he felt that he needed to hold himself accountable, but he knew he was wrong. And then, of course, when Nick Lachey asked if he wanted to say anything to Jackie, Marshall called for a truce because he said they both think they all need to move on from this. This whole you versus me things, that needs to die. Now, our couples who said I do at the altar a year ago, yes, they are still together. Brett and Tiffany, Chelsea and Kwame and Zach and Bliss are all still very married after saying yes at the altar. And I am happy about that. So now let's talk about this whole conversation with Micah and Chelsea as they kind of bury the hatchet over the pool situation. So while watching the clip of Kwame and Micah poolside in Mexico, Chelsea said it was very uncomfortable, and she said that she, Micah, and Kwame has moved on. I believe that she's grown. She said that of Micah. I do really want her to be happy. And then Kwame, who said the scenes were really hard to watch, took accountability for his actions. That was incredibly immature of him, and he's so glad that they all have grown so much together that it's not an accurate portrayal of the relationship. Also, we have to take notice of the fact on whether Chelsea met Kwame's mom. As we remember, Kwame struggled with his mom's disapproval of the marriage methods in the final episodes, but Chelsea revealed that her mother-in-law welcomed her with open arms during a Thanksgiving visit with the family, and she said that it was a wonderful first visit and that it was such a beautiful experience. So then we got the showdown with Bliss and Zach with Irina. So Bliss watched the whole footage of Zach and Irina in Mexico and said that it's sad to see someone so wonderful being treated so poorly. Now, while Zach said he forgives Irina for the way she treated him, he still had some sharp words for her, accusing Irina of going on the show just to get famous. How she did a lot of things that hurt a lot of people, including himself, he said, and there was so much stuff that happened that was unbelievable, but he forgave her. He said that he really believed that she will become an amazing person one day. He also said that he forgives her for what happened, and he hoped the world does too. Now, Irina, who apparently texted Bliss after Mexico to tell her she dodged a bullet with Zach, cited her mental health issues for what the group described as malicious, which are valid, Bliss said in a response, but also saying that I hope you can take accountability for this. So, yeah, that was the messiest and probably the most dramatic thing in this entire reunion, I would say. So then there's this other bit of drama when it comes to Paul denying tapping a bridesmaid's butt at the wedding and clarifies the maternal comments that he made about Micah. Now, Paul dismissed the TikTok videos that insinuated that he tapped one of Micah's bridesmaids' butt during that whole disastrous wedding as he was leaving out. Now, he also addressed his comments about not being able to see Michael as a mother in the finale. And she said that she felt like it was one of the worst things that he said about her. Paul replied, and he said that he phrased that unfairly towards her. He think a better way to phrase that is that I can't envision us as parents together. Now, later, Zach chimed in and said that he spoke to Paul the night before his wedding. He was completely torn, Zach said. He was genuinely 100% in love with Micah, and he wasn't confident making a decision that would affect his life so much. And then this is when we see Zach calls out Micah and defends Paul. Now, during Micah's comments about Paul, Zach leaned over to kind of whisper something in his ear, prompting this whole inquiry from Vanessa Lachey about what he said. And Zach said to Micah, you know what, it looks like you were here for blood. What happened behind cameras is not what you're seeing. There have been women who have told him that rarely ever did Micah ever mention getting married to Paul. Now, Micah said that she is not here to attack Paul, that she is here because she's hurt and she wanted answers. Micah and Paul revealed that they briefly dated after the whole disastrous wedding. Really? But the relationship ended pretty quickly after that. So, yeah, I guess they finally closed the door on that whole catastrophe. And then we got to see the home life of our three remaining couples that are still together. And I gotta say, Chelsea's and Kwame's place is absolutely beautiful in that high-rise condo overlooking the skyline of Seattle. I know I'm not far from the Chicagoland area, and we have a ton of those looking over Lake Michigan downtown, and it is absolutely beautiful. Everybody else's place looked just as nice. Everybody seemed like they're settling in well together. And then we even see Tiffany not only had that whole sleeping thing that happened in the pods, but she even wakes up from naps like a princess at home. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cute when Brett was sneaking up to her when she was napping on the couch, who awoke and very gracefully when he nudged her and tried to wake her up. And Vanessa Lachey marveled at the way that Tiffany woke up like a Disney princess, whereas she kind of wake up like a Disney villain. Then finally, we got to see a very persistent Vanessa is grilling the couples about babies. Now, it looks like when it came to Tiffany and Brett, they're going to take their time and enjoy their marriage together. When it came to Kwame and Chelsea, it seems like they're just gonna. Hey, they did say that they were practicing, but I guess when it's right, it's going to be right. As for Bliss and Zach, look like Bliss is definitely looking forward to becoming a mom. So Vanessa, I guess you got your answers, but it doesn't look like anytime soon, and we're gonna have to wait for a first Love is Blind baby. So all in all, I really enjoyed the reunion. I know a lot of people were saying that it was kind of boring because I guess it wasn't as dramatic as they expected. Plus, there was a lot of angry folks of the fact that it was a day delayed. I enjoyed it because it really spoke and gave a light to the fact that everything we see on reality TV is not always as it seems. I mean, they have to create drama, and if it's none there in real life or during filming, they will create a storyline. Look like the way they did with Kwame and Chelsea, because they have been pretty much drilled on social media on regards to their relationship being real or fake, or if Chelsea is just putting in too much work to Kwame, who may not be 100% invested. But we can definitely see that there is some love there with those two. And then too, a lot of stuff they always mention, and I review a lot of shows on my channel. They always have the same comment that we only get to see 1% of what is actually going on behind the scenes. And unfortunately, sometimes people get caught up in what they see, and a lot of time it causes that whole cognitive dissonance that happens trying to figure out the reality versus the reality of reality TV. So I personally enjoyed the accountability in this episode. Everybody seemed to kind of hash out their differences. Everybody wanted to move on. They seemed very mature in their apologies and everything. And I am all here for that. And we got 3 married solid couples out of this who've been married a year now, and everybody seems happy and great. And hey, that's what my channel is all about. Okay, so let's get the conversation started down in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts about overall this season and the reunion. Stay tuned for other recaps and updates on this channel. And until the next video, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you next time. Bye.